The first time they noticed her, she was standing at the edge of the road barefoot, staring at nothing. In the village of Ebirim, people said she had always been strange. Not loud, not dramatic, just wrong in a quiet way. The kind of wrong that makes goats refuse to pass her compound and dogs bark at empty air. Her name was Mama Nneka. No one knew her age. Some said she was older than the oldest river in the land. Others said she simply stopped aging the day she made her first pact. Children avoided her hut because of the shadows. Not the ones cast by sunlight, the other ones. The ones that moved when there was no wind. People started disappearing after the Harmattan season began. First, a trader who mocked her after refusing to buy her herbs. Then a young man who stole mangoes from her compound and laughed when warned. Then a newborn baby gone from a locked room while the mother slept. No one saw anyone leave. They only noticed what remained behind. Black feathers. Burn marks shaped like handprints, and the smell of wet earth inside sealed houses. The elders went to consult the shrine priest. He returned shaking, refusing to speak of what he saw. Only that night he packed his things and left the village forever. That was when the dreams began. Everyone dreamed the same thing. A woman walking backward through the forest, her neck twisted too far, smiling without moving her lips. And behind her, something whispering names and voices that did not belong to the living. One night a boy followed her. He told his parents he wanted to prove she was just an old woman. He never came back. At dawn, the village found only his slippers placed neatly at the base of Mama Nneka's door. Inside the hut, someone had drawn circles in ash on the floor, and written in them were names of people who had not yet died. The village tried to burn her house, but the fire refused to catch. Instead, it crawled backward into the torches themselves. That night, the wind stopped completely. No crickets, no frogs, no breath of movement, only silence thick enough to swallow sound. Then the knocking began, not on doors, on minds. People began hearing their own names whispered from inside their skulls. One by one, they walked out of their homes without being called. They walked toward her hut, the entire village, as if pulled by an invisible rope. When the first man reached her door, he saw her sitting calmly, grinding herbs in a mortar. She didn't look up. She only said, "You were warned not to look too closely at what feeds you." The man tried to run, but his legs folded like they had forgotten how to belong to him. Behind him, the others arrived, all silent, all staring forward like sleepwalkers. Then Mama Nneka finally stood, and the shadows in her hut rose with her, not attached to anything, not shaped like anything human anymore. The last thing the village ever saw was her smiling into the dark and whispering, "I was not the witch you feared. I was the hunger you ignored." By morning, Ebirim was empty. Only footprints remained, walking in circles around a hut that no longer existed. If you enjoy stories like this, please like and subscribe.